Hello ladies and gentlemen, sentient balls of light and everybody else, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to our Malta DLC park build in Evolution 2. We are trying to build a Maltese town, ruin kind of thing here in the Isla Nublar jungle and populate it with dinosaurs and creatures from the new DLC. Today we're going to work on the black market kind of thing. I didn't really have an idea for this, but some people suggested in the comments a really cool idea to build a sort of poacher's camp out in the wilderness, and we're going to kind of have that sitting over here at the side of town, and that's where we're going to put our Morris Intrepidus. We're probably going to throw in a Lystrosaurus as well, maybe even the Oviraptor. We can always bring them in again a little bit later on, but you know, it'd be good to get the small dinosaurs in there. Maybe we'll try to put them in a cage, stuff like that, and it's going to be a bit ramshackle and a little bit tucked away at the side of the map. Before we do that, very quick name checks. We have Bubba the Carnotaurus, there's Bubba, looking bubblicious, and Alice the Allosaurus, which people may know from a popular Twitter human. Right, so let's get to work. How are we gonna do this is the first question. I feel like there should be a gate in the way, and maybe it's kind of like, maybe we can't have guests over here. It probably makes sense not to have guests come over here, right, towards the black market. So maybe this is like the outskirts of town, actually. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna invisible fence our way across, like so. And I want that gate to be shut, thank you very much. If you could just close your bad self. Close? No, you're just going to sit open forever, aren't you? You're a numpty. Fantastic, okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to grab some walls and such. Probably mainly this one, admittedly. And build this up. So this is going to be the edge of town, you know. And then beyond that is the forest of Isla Nublar. And that's where the poachers have set up their camp. I moved that at the last bloody second and put it into completely the wrong position, and I have much sadness about it, just so you know. Good thing is, you're not going to see down here, so you can kind of... Oh my god, we're not good. We're not going to see down there, so you can kind of block it off. Yeah, let's just block in some stuff here, make this look all pretty-like. There we go. So that's the edge of town, and then what would you have here? This is meant to be blocked off. You're not meant to be able to go this way, so maybe they'd like haphazardly stick some stuff in the way more than anything else. You know, you'd have... Maybe you'd park the trailer there. Is that a bad idea? The trailer doesn't look very movable, is the main problem. You need something you can kind of just stick there. A crane. Drive the crane in the way. It's kind of like Horror Park. We did something very similar. And then we can stack some shipping crates in the way. You know, this side of town has been blocked. There's been too much going on, too much danger happening. And the poachers, they're trying to stop the poachers getting into town, etc. Maybe they erect a small fence as well. Maybe they don't erect a small fence. Maybe nothing is erect. Maybe everything is erect. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, we'll go for that. And then I need something over here as well, because that's going to make me deeply sad otherwise. Just stack some buildings. It's a really good way to do it. Just stack some buildings. You can just stick them anywhere you want. Just put them in. Bring it all together. Give yourself a little town. It's working really well. Like, I wasn't sure before I started this. You know, there's no guarantee this was all going to come together, but I do think it's very, very effective. Put that there. Maybe have something over here. A bit of path in there. That building noise is not stopping. It stops, and then I get near the building. Oh, it stopped. Alright, okay. See what I mean? Just stick those in, and it looks 1,000 times more interesting. Basically, instantly, which I really like. I think you'd have lights in this area. And you'd probably have a camera as well. We're going to position some of those along the wall. It's kind of like the defense of the town. The problem is, they've got, you know, other things to worry about. There's dinosaurs roaming about and stuff like that. You'd also have a tower, like a watchtower, nearby. And we're just trying to hold this position. Stop the poachers getting in and stop them doing black markety spooky things, basically. Also trying to stop Owen Grady getting in, because nobody wants him around, let's be honest. Nobody wants that. Sorry, Owen. Okay. Yeah, it's really easy to just build like really interesting little town bits, and as long as you just keep mixing it up every now and again in terms of the buildings you use, it'll end up looking really varied and interesting. Which I think is pretty cool beans. Sorry, I'm going to stick some of these in as well. Just make the wall look a little bit thicker. It's with 2 C's in case you were curious. And a little bit over there as well. There we go. Okay, so we're then going to take our little baby fence. Our little invisible fence. We're just going to build around here. This is going to be our poacher camp kind of area. I can swing that into there, which is fantastic stuff. Thankfully, the dinosaurs won't escape, even if the gates are permanently open. I don't know why the gate's permanently open. I really don't. It might be because there's a car right here, like really nearby. Actually, now that I look at it. And we just want to cover the outskirts in forest. So you can't see the fence. We don't have a true invisible fence at this point in time. Unfortunately, there's no mod that can do that, so... Okay, it's a little bit close to the town. Actually, that is a little closer to the time. Another thing I want to do, can I edit the... If I was a truck tour, where would I be? I would be around here somewhere. I definitely made it. There we go. Can I put the route anywhere I want? Can I put it like here? No. If I build... I don't know this for sure. If I build a truck tour with the thing, and then I get rid of the thing, does the thing stay? You know what I mean? I'm going to put that there. I've got a bit of a plan. Right, let me just try that. So I want that there. Oh, it's gone. Where'd it go? Why can't you see it? I'm confused. Okay. Bear with me. If I do that, yeah, there you go. I just want there to be like a path that you kind of follow into the wilderness, you know? So there we go. And there are some lights there and stuff like that. I don't know why the poachers would have a nice, pretty lit up path, but they do, alright? That they may be poachers, they may be black market traders, they may be spies and ninjas. All these typical things you'd find in a Maltese black market, but they're still responsible members of society who respect the need for proper lighting during any nighttime exploration. Hello, I'm a hatchery. That's what they sound like. It's hard to know these things, honestly. Maybe we could even build like a little fighting pit as well. With an Oviraptor and a Lystrosaurus. That's where we'll put the Oviraptor and the Lystro. That's a good idea. Okay, so let's get a Lystro on the go as well. And we're going to stick with the movie skins for this one, because... Well, why wouldn't you, basically? Well, we may mix it up for the Morris. The Morose. Is it Morris or Morose? I actually don't know. I only need one. I need an aggressive one, though. Can you get an aggressive one? I don't think so. I do want an aggressive Lystrosaurus, though. Okay, so you'll see what the idea is to hopefully contain this Morris Intrepidus inside a cage. Now, you'll see the problem in a second, is that if I come over here and I try to put this inside there, it doesn't go in, right? However, the hope is that what we can do is using Kai's wee toolbox is just drag it in and maybe it'll remain contained. I don't know for sure, but if it works, then we're good. Now, we've tried this, or something very similar to this in the past, right? With the Indoraptor in our... I can't remember what the Park build was, actually, to be honest, anymore. But we tried with the Indoraptor to make like a caged Indoraptor kind of thing. And it kind of worked, but it only worked on a very short-term basis, unfortunately. That's going to be our fighting pit. Okay, so, we've got our Moros. Press N and click. There we go. I mean, it's contained. It's contained. No, it's just walking out. Not a care in the world. Okay, you go sit over there for a second. Wow, that just broke everything. Okay, so we can't do the cage. I think we've established we can't do the cage. You just sit there for a second. I need to think. It's fine, it's fine. Like, things have to be tested, you know? We're going to put an invisible fence in a circle around the pit. It'd be nice if it actually was a circle. Is that a circle? Oh, you're a sexy circle. Okay. Just need to go back in with our tool and jimmy it around a little bit. Is that a sexy circle? I'm not convinced anymore. Now it looks a bit weird to me. You know what? I don't know if they'd build like a perfect sexy circle though. That's the thing you've got to keep in mind. They are black market people making a dinosaur fighting ring. Maybe they're not sexy circle people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay, so that's our sexy circle. Let's grab our Listro. God, hopefully this is contained. At the very least. I'm not sure I'll fit both in here. Listrosaurus. That's way too big, by the way. You kind of lose a sense of scale sometimes for these smaller critters, but they are teeny tiny and they do not fit. Oh, they do fit. They fit too well is the problem. Any of you aggressive? Intolerant, that'll do. Doesn't actually make a difference, I know that, but it's fun. Also, kind of going to have to turn off feeding. People have told me that I can do this in the last video. I'm like, yes, I know. The point was I want them to feed because it's cool, right? You know, you go to... Wait, what? Well, for example, Alice has just starved to death, so that's a good reason that we need to turn feeding off because yeah. Although I didn't give them any... I did give them food. I thought I gave them food. Yeah, there's a feeder there. It's just easy if we don't have food on. It makes me sad, but it's what it is. Oh, V, are you going to land in there? That'd be cool. Yeah, you are, because you're tiny. Teeny tiny baby dinosaur. Right, let's get another Allosaurus on the way. Sorry, Alice. Let's get another one. It's fine. It's fine. Alice, where are you? There we go. Okie dokie. And let's decorate this area a little bit. So we need sand in the pit, I would say. God, it really is way too big. But I can't make it too small because then, like, they'll just walk out, as we've seen. But look at the size of that Lystrosaurus. Oh, God. What if I put the fence, like, here instead? Might work, actually. You contained? Oof. Just fluff. Fluff, fluff. Right, you come over here. There we go. Right, if that's worked, we can have like a double layer pit thing. I don't bloody know. Leave me alone. Right, so let's get some cages. Let's just stack those around here and there. They're very appropriate for what we're doing here. We can keep a little building, I think. Have that's like that outpost kind of shebang. I don't know what I'm going to do with these Morris Intrepiduses anymore. I actually have no idea. If I was a Morris Intrepidus, we just have an exhibit? Because, I mean, they're kind of meant to be the focus of the area, actually. What's going on? Oh, of course. This is wild. Bear with me. Let me figure out how I'm doing this. I don't know. I'm going to think about that, and whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to keep sticking some decorations down. Ugh, can't do that. You have to be very careful about where we put things. Oh god, including those. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I'm sorry, game. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Come back. Thank you. Return the trees to me, please. Thank you. There we go. Very helpful. I do want decorations. I just want them to stop flattening everything in the area, you know? Maybe we just don't lower the pit. They might look a whole lot better, actually. I'm gonna do this. I think this is a bit daft, but we're gonna do it anyway. And we're gonna see what it looks like. I feel like I have to do something. It feels all a little bit like I've made a field and I've stuck some decorations in it, which I guess is not very far from the truth. So there has to be some aspect to it that elevates it a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what we're looking for here. We're looking for elevation. We're looking for a little bit of va-va-voom, a little bit of je ne sais quoi, a little bit of X Factor, a little bit of... I think I've run out of examples, but I know what I mean. And to be fair, the only reason I made the pit sunk into the ground is because that is what it's like in Dominion, right? It's kind of a sunken pit below the black marker. We can always try to do like an indoor one as well, but I figured, obviously the game isn't very good at indoor spaces, because it's just not built for that in the slightest. I've got some ideas on how we could possibly do it. I think if we kind of do what we did with the lagoon last time, kind of raise and lower some buildings, we could maybe make an indoor black market space. I think I'm just gonna delete the inner one and flatten this out. I think it's gonna look better if we do that. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that looks way better. They look like they're having the time of their lives, don't they? Right, and now we can add decorations and not feel so worried about it, you know. Maybe we've got like an observation tower. Where's my tower? There's my tower. It's gonna sit in. Oh, I like that. That's cheeky. You know, they've built it into the old remnants. You know, it's insulting to the area. They've built it into the old remnants of the Maltese buildings that were residing over here. And let's chuck some decos in the area. Because it feels a little fancy at times, and it's not allowed to feel fancy. It's rough and tumble. Gurg. You know what I mean? I want it to feel gurg. Right now it kind of lacks gurg. But it's getting there. The gurg is increasing, I would say. Eventually we'll have enough gurg to last a lifetime. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something, folks, to have that much gurg in your life? What would you even do with yourself? Who knows? Who knows? No one's ever had that much gurg. I have no idea what I'm on about, in case that wasn't obvious. It's just, okay, I think I'm getting there, actually. I'm much happier than I was about 5 minutes ago. Shouldn't say much, but it's something. I want more floodlights, I think. It's kind of dotted around. Maybe you'd say, yeah, okay, it makes sense that the poacher camp is lighting up their entire area so that everyone can see them. But that's neither. Just shut up. Stop talking. You're all banned from talking. Glub, glub. It's a lovely noise, that. Who doesn't love a glub glub? I think there's not much else I want to do here. I'm really happy with this area. Actually, the flattening it was a good idea because, it was not working out. I'll tell you that much. Kind of want to get like an electric fencing. I think it would make sense that they would have electric fences erected around the area, if only to protect themselves from like wild dinosaurs in the surrounding forest. You know, so I think that's what we'll do as well. I'm going to put a fence going across there. It's kind of like at the outskirts of the camp. Okay, yeah, that definitely looks better. It needed some elevation, it needs some verticality to it to really bring it together. Oi, you, come here. Where have you gone? Thank you. God, I love this tool. I love a lot of tools. This is definitely one of them. I had another idea about 2 seconds ago, and I've forgotten what it was. Oh, you know what we could do? What about an actual viewing tower? Is that too much? Yeah, might be pushing it a little far. I'm going to delete that because I don't want two of those in close proximity. I like the fighting gorilla. I think that's pretty sweet. I had a thought like 2 seconds ago. I was thinking, oh, that's something else I could do, and now it's completely abandoned me. I'm gonna put a goat in the pit. And the idea behind the pit goat is to incentivize combat. Or something. I will decide what that means at a future time. I'm really annoyed about this. I was going to do something. It was going to be wild and exciting. Probably. You don't know. You don't know my life. You wouldn't have fancy things, would you? You wouldn't have... I'm trying to avoid the fanciness. What was I going to do? Oh, that's so annoying. I think you'd have some fuel tanks. Keep those kind of stashed away at the back. I think I might get some more moroses. We've already got tons of them, but weirdly enough, tons of them is not enough. We need 2 tons. How many moroses would that be? To have literally 2 tons worth of morose intrepidus. Which it still really annoys me that I've got the species name there. This and T-Rex, it's Tyrannosaurids. Frontier loves Tyrannosaurids. It's not even their fault. It's referred to as morose in the films. You know, intrepidus, I should say. Nothing else gets the full name. Morose. Maybe they just think morose is not a great enough name in and of itself. Hello. Your name is Alice. So, and the plus side of this, by the way, is that my morose intrepiduses, there's now 19 of them in total. So that's 19 names I can take from you folks in the comment section down below. And I'll list Drosaurus, and I'm just going to call it Leonard, because I know that's what it's going to get called. So let's just call it Leonard now. And we can move past it, okay? Move on with our lives. Also, I'm like 99% sure I turned off the weather in this playthrough, so I don't know what's going on here. I kind of want more walls, I think. Maybe a different building. It deletes so much of the forest, and it's meant to feel like it's in the middle of the forest, so it's kind of killing my vibe, you know. I'm all about the vibe. Is that gate shut? The gate shut finally! Not sure why. Gads, I can't go this way. Great, can I get this? No, okay. I literally cannot get this way. Okay, so let's have a little poke around our black market. So as I say, you have to break in, essentially. Here. Hello! You're so teeny tiny! So teeny tiny. Hey, this looks really good, actually. Might have to kill those tents over there. But just, man, tents look really good. I know that's a weird thing to say, but tents are fantastic. Tents always look amazing. Well done, tents. See the communications tower up there. Moroses chasing each other down, chasing each other's tails. Have a little poke. The backs of the buildings, these are... It kind of looks like it's part of the town, but if you just kind of ignore that, it kind of more looks like this is something that they've repurposed. It's their bunker, it's where they sleep. You know, this is where the officers sleep, the higher-ups in the area, in the black market, or the people who run the place would sleep in the buildings where everyone else would have to tent and camp out. I would love to get some dinosaurs in there. What we could do, if Scary Face's statues work for this patch, I don't know if they do, but when they do, if they ever do, we could put some dinosaur statues inside the cages. You know what, I'm going to go check, because it's not going to be perfect, don't get me wrong. They'll be made out of stone, and they won't move. But it'll sell the idea a little bit. I think that's a fun idea. Let's just finish the tour, and then we'll give that a go. I'll go just check if they've been updated. Hello. Like the morose is walking. I feel like I need something there. That's a very boring little spot. I'm gonna put something there, and then we've got our thing. Yeah, I really like it, actually. It's really grown on me. I wish I could get rid of this grass, which almost seems to disappear, but there's our Oviraptor and our Listro. Battling it out for possession of the goat. We've all been there, folks. We've all been there. What am I going to put here? More tents? Feels like it's going to be more tents. Maybe this can be like the main tent area. Stick a little bit of fence behind it. No, I've got that bloody song in my head now. No woman, no cry. I don't know how that fence makes any sense. It doesn't have to make sense though, that's kind of the point. Nothing has to make sense. No realism, just vibes. Has made its triumphant return yet again. Maybe it's to strengthen these walls which are crumbling, you know? It does look better. I just don't know, there's not much in terms of like general decoration, like things you'd have lying about next to a tent. The game lacks for that kind of thing in a lot of ways. Are they in the ground? Yeah. There we go, looks better. Right, I'm going to go check these statues, I'll be back in a sec. Right, we had much success. So, Scary Face has very coolly updated their statue pack and even added the new ones. So what we can do, you know, we've got the Allosaurus, for example. Is that going to fit? Let's just see which ones are going to fit perfectly. Allosaurus kind of fits, sort of. The Atrociraptor should also be in. So we're just looking at Atrociraptor, there we go. See what I mean? See what I mean? So yeah, we can have an Atrociraptor in there. Maybe we'll have an Atrociraptor in there as well. I think at a glimpse it kind of works. Let's put the Allosaurus in. Why not? Get that into. It's the problem is the tail, but maybe the tail can just be like swinging through the bars, you know. I think that's really cool looking. And there's even ones for like the Lystrosaurus, etc. La 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 la. They are alphabetical, aren't they? Yeah. This show's massive. Jesus, must have been scaled up. This is where they keep the big Lystosauruses. There you go. Where's my Roast Intrepidus? Should be around here somewhere. Yeah, I mean, they've definitely scaled it up, haven't they? I mean, it makes sense. It would just be too small to work otherwise, but it's still pretty cool. Maybe that can live in there as well. You know, it makes sense that they would stack multiple dinosaurs together in the same cage. So yeah, it's not much of anything, but it's just a cool little. I think it looks really good, actually. I'm really happy with that. That's awesome. Shout out to Scary Face, because these statues are just some of the best things in the game. They really are. I don't know how else we'd use it here, but now we could maybe use those in another build. We could do like a statue maze with dinosaurs in, or like a palace with dinosaur statues, or... You know what, I don't know. But there's something there. I've decided that there's something there. I've decided it's a cool idea. And, yeah. I mean, that looks really good. Like, obviously, they don't move, and that kind of ruins it. But when you get, like, a glimpse, or when you see, like, a screenshot, I think it's going to be really effective. That looks great. Very cool stuff. Okay, so that is it from moi. Leave some comments down below for names for our Oviraptor. Hello, buddy. I shall call you... Gertrude Gergerg. And names for the 6, 12, 18, 19 Moros Intrepiduses that are wandering blissfully around our little black market poachers camp kind of shebang. And also, you know, if anyone has any ideas for what they'd like to see in the next build, do let me know in the comment section down below. I will see you lovely folks very, very soon. Throw me a like if you enjoyed the video, and thank you for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.